Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning back in. My name is Ariel and I go by RED, and you have tuned in to my fifth video in my planet series, Planets of our Solar System. This is Saturn. If you have not tuned into my previous videos, definitely want to do so. We are going over the influences of planets in our solar system and how we view and feel them here upon Earth. And my mission is to just again explain each planet so we can understand each influence. It's helped me better understand myself, it's helped me understand others, it's helped me understand the world events a lot clearer and a lot more consciously to where I'm not so reactive, and I've made a lot of positive changes when it's come to my thought process and just overall as a person. And it dawned on me one day that I just wanted to share that with people. I really feel like studying astrology through these past few years has made a very positive impact in my life. And if I can just share my experiences, share the knowledge that I have, that I'm ever still learning as well, I want to do so. Because it's what I love to do, and we're here to do what we love. At least that's what I feel. So, so again, thanks for tuning in. As you guys know, we always start the video off with some quick facts before we jump into those energies and influences. Okay, so Saturn is the sixth planet from the sun in our solar system, and it is the second largest planet in our solar system, second to Jupiter. Okay, now Saturn moving so slowly, it takes 29 years, 29 and a half years to complete one orbit around the sun. So that means it spends about 2.5 years in each zodiac sign. Now, up until about 1980, it was thought that Saturn had about 6 rings, but it was discovered by one of the American probes that it actually has thousands of rings. Okay, these rings are basically made up of ice particles. Some of them are very small, like a golf ball. Some of them are as big as giant bowling balls, or even chunks of mountains. Okay, they're huge. All right, now that we've got those quick facts out the way, let's jump into Saturn. What is Saturn? What is its astrological influence? What is it the planet of? Well, let's recap again. We have Mercury, in charge of our thought process, communication, how we deal with the day-to-day thoughts. We have Venus, which is your planet of beauty and love, how we deal with our relationships. We have Mars, the male energy physical planet, which is the planet of action, war, and sex. We have Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. It's the planet of your good luck, your blessings, and abundance. And now we have Saturn. Gotta get serious. Saturn. Saturn is the planet of limitations. Saturn is the planet of restrictions. Saturn is the planet of discipline. Serious. Now that sounds intimidating. Okay, I know that sounds intimidating. I want to remind you all that every planet has both positive and negative attributes, high and low vibrations, good and bad aspects, however you want to say that. So I know that limitations, restrictions, and disciplines kind of sounds a little scary, but there's always good that comes out of everything. Okay. Now, when it comes to Saturn, what Saturn is really here to teach you, it's here to teach you and symbolize the ethic and hard work. It is here to build your character, to give you that endurance, to strengthen you. Okay? Saturn is known as a discipliner. Sometimes it's referred to Daddy Saturn, or the dad in your chart, because it specifically is here to teach you, and it will discipline you unless or until you learn to discipline yourself. Okay? So with that being said, Saturn is representing your diligence, your self-control after you have been presented with a event or an opportunity that you maybe been presented with before, didn't quite pass the test. It's going to test your self-control. It's going to basically give you limitations. That means it will not let you move forward past that lesson into any more blessings until you learn that lesson that it is trying to bring to you. It does not let you continue. So I want you guys to think, have you maybe been noticing any patterns or areas in your life where you feel like you are constantly going through those situations? Maybe make up a little different, may have a different outfit on, but underneath it's the same situation. If something like that is happening to you, more than likely it is Saturn trying to get you past that, and you have not learned that lesson yet. Okay? Saturn is going to keep making you repeat the lessons over and over again until you learn. Until you learn the situation, what it was meant to tell you. Strengthen your character, strengthen yourself through that, and move forward. Saturn is here to teach us patience. It's here to create stability in our lives and maturity and realism. Okay, so Saturn is basically here to also snap a lot of us back to reality most of the time. Sometimes we like to escape and get caught up in fantasy worlds, and we may forget our responsibilities. Okay, Saturn is also going to show you in your natal chart where most of your responsibilities lie, or the ones that you have to maybe put a little bit more focus onto. Saturn is very good for giving one focus. So someone with a very prominent Mars position, that just means that it's very strong in their chart. That person is going to have great focus. That person is going to be able to endure everything. They're going to be hardworking, maybe a little too hardworking. And they're going to be very, very stern and sometimes maybe even restrictive with things, because Saturn's influence sometimes can be that. It can be kind of cold and severe, which is why a lot of people, when they sometimes learn about their astrological position of Saturn in their chart, they kind of stray away from it because it can kind of be intimidating. But really, it's not here to make your life hard. It's not here to only give you those trials where you're feeling like you're being tested constantly and why is this happening to me? Why is this going on? It's really a matter of, what am I supposed to learn? And it wants to bring those lessons to you to again strengthen you and build you. It wants to give you a solid foundation. It wants you to give you stability to again build that character, be that example. So what you want to do is, sometimes when it comes to your natal chart, you want to pay attention to the position of Saturn again, because that's really going to tell you what area in your life you really have to be paying close attention, putting a lot of your focus toward, because you may have to work a little bit harder in that area in your life. There are 12 departments in the houses of astrology, or 12 houses, basically departments of your life. And where Saturn is placed, it's going to tell you where you may have those little bit more difficulties in other places in your chart, okay? Now, Saturn is going to basically teach us the things that we have to learn in life, okay? These are things that we must learn. There's no way to get around. You can't postpone. Well, can delay them if you want to, but again, that's when Saturn's going to be that discipline planet, and it's going to discipline you for it. So these are things that you can't shy away from, but really you want to just know that Saturn is not going to put more on you than what you can handle. It knows what it's doing as far as how much to give you in order for you to learn that lesson. Overcoming those obstacles and those hardships, sometimes the effort is just the reward. If you ever looked back at something that you've accomplished, you thought about that hard work and how hard it was, or how emotional you may have been, or what you've pushed through. Sometimes when you look back at that, you kind of, you smile, you get a little, you just get a little pleasure in it, because sometimes that effort alone will help build your character. So through Saturn, we develop willpower and patience. These are essential for the development of true spirituality, okay? Now, transiting Saturn, that's going to tell you how you see and how you experience your world, your universe, and how you have structured it, okay? So what do I mean by that? Basically, if you think about it like this, a lot of us consciously, so in our conscious mind, we kind of shy away and stray away from certain responsibilities. We kind of avoid them, okay? What ends up happening is when your conscious mind rejects it, your subconscious mind picks it up, okay? Your subconscious mind basically will start to mold and to form whatever you're rejecting. It's going to create an event, it's going to create scenarios, and in turn it puts that out into the universe, and the universe literally brings that very thing back that you're trying to avoid. It will bring it back to you, okay? So basically it's like you manifesting that event, you manifesting that thing that you're trying to avoid. Saturn's going to bring it back to you because you can't run from your responsibilities, okay? That's literally an example of you subconsciously manifesting things that we're afraid of, or those responsibilities, like I said, that we're just shying away from. You got to be careful. So there's no running away from what Saturn has to teach you. These are lessons that we must learn, and we will learn, whether you're delaying it or not. These are lessons that you have to learn. Saturn wants to give you that, again, that strength and endurance. And if you try to resist it, the more you try to resist Saturn's lessons, the greater that tension is going to be. If you think about a rope and you're just pulling on it, you're pulling on it, and you're pulling on it, there's going to be an area of tension in there that sometimes can eventually snap, okay, if you're not careful. So Saturn represents, again, that way you develop and you form and mold your world in your most deepest and fundamental level, okay? It also is going to get rid of what you do not need and what you do not want, okay? So sometimes you may think you really need something, but you don't. You're just attached to it, and if you don't pick that lesson up, Saturn's going to take it away from you. It just really wants to show you, and like I said, build that character and showing you the responsibilities and the areas that you need to put that focus of. So if there's something that's taking away your focus from that, Saturn's going to be that discipliner, and it's going to take it from you. Now, when it comes to those areas in your life, again, you got those 12 departments. You can really start to understand as far as what Saturn is trying to teach you if you pay attention to the clues. So there are clues that can tell you that basically there are signals that you are not really well adjusted to those areas. Depression, you may have sadness, physical and emotional loss. Those are going to be hints, and that's Saturn saying, hey, you need to pay attention over here. I need you to give me your focus, and I need you to understand what I'm trying to teach you. Saturn will show you those areas by showing up as sometimes if you're just depressed or if you're extremely sad and it's been going on for a while. You want to think about, again, how long it takes Saturn to travel. Again, it spends about 2.5 years in each zodiac sign. So you'll want to be mindful of that. If something's repetitively showing up in your life, especially over a certain span of your life, you definitely want to take a step back and just, shift that focus. Saturn requires your focus towards those responsibilities. That way you can receive the blessing and again, strengthen yourself. Become stronger, or build a better strength of character to where you're rising to your highest good. Well, that is all that I have for you regarding Saturn. I do, again, hope that you enjoyed this quick video. You'll definitely, again, want to take a look at my other videos, Mercury up and through Saturn, because we only have a few planets left, okay? Got a few planets left. Thanks for hanging in with me. Thank you for being so patient. I definitely will have more content regarding any other planet influences, stars, zodiac signs, or if there's something that you want to see or have a question on, definitely feel free to give me a comment, shoot me a DM. Again, I love to have these conversations, and anything that I can share, I'm definitely willing to. Again, thanks for your time. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, be blessed.